We are in technology class. The first thing that we're going to go over with are the little symbols, and you have a sheet and everybody's going to sign this at the end. So when we go through this, you need to find it on your sheet, and remember you can help your shoulder buddy if you have any questions. So this one has a little picture of hands with soap on it. It says clean hands before touching the devices. You should have already done this before you come into the classroom. This is important because we have about 600 students and everybody's going to be touching these keys. Please do not stick your fingers in your mouth, in your nose, or anywhere else. Everybody say, ew, gross. Exactly. Okay, the next picture. Find the one that has a bunch of little chairs and computers. It says go directly to your assigned seat. Now, this is important. We are letting you choose where you want to sit. And remember, you need to be like the frog. You need to choose wisely because you are here to learn technology. Now, it says go directly to your assigned seat. If there is something wrong with your computer, or if by chance you've done something you shouldn't have done, we will know exactly who has been on this computer. That's why you are assigned to a specific computer. And yes, you always walk to your computer. Now, when you get to your computer, and if we have told you to open them, you push them very carefully because we want everybody to be able to use these computers. If you don't take care of the computer, you will be doing a packet and not sitting at the computer. That's your choice. Be responsible. Number 3, it has a little man standing there, or a girl, and they're pointed to something. That would be the teacher, okay? You have a special teacher that is here to teach for you. You need to be respectful. And the first thing it says on top is hands off devices when your teacher is talking. Now, in my classroom, and I'm teaching this to all the classes, all the kids, we say hands up. So either your hands are on your head or your hands are up, or you can always be hands and eyes. But the most important thing is that you are listening, and when we are talking, you are not. Now, the next cool picture has a key in it. So find that one where it has a little head and it has a key in the center. It says keep your password to yourself. This is not only important for this classroom, but it's important when you are at home. You do not ever want to share any password with anybody or any information. And you should have already watched a video about that. You want to keep safe. Now you are looking for a little picture, and it looks like a phone, and there's 2 thumbs on it. I'm sure you all can identify with that. You've texted before. And at the top it says keep your hands on your device only. What that means is you do not want to be trying to press somebody else's keys while they're working, and if you want to help them, you might need to get our advice first. We'll see, but you should be able to help your shoulder buddy. But you always want to say, do you need help? Don't just instantly start touching. Another thing that we want to let you know is do not sit there and click that mouse over and over. It will not make your computer run faster, okay? 1 click and wait and be patient. Now this picture over here, great picture. We have a little question mark with somebody looking like they're confused. It says troubleshoot yourself before asking for help. Now in my room, in the art room, this is Mrs. Milligan talking obviously, I have the rule of 3 before me. Now you're not going to get up and walk around the room. We never leave our computer. But you can ask your shoulder buddy. Shoulder buddy means somebody that's next to you, and you always want to say, hey, do you think you could help me with this? I'm kind of confused. Okay, so troubleshoot first before asking for help, but you can also think to yourself, did I try this? So we're going to have to be patient this year. This is our first year having technology. Everybody's learning. Now I'm moving on down to this one right here. This one really doesn't affect us in here. It says carry the devices with 2 hands. And if you remember, 5th grade last year came down to Mrs. Milligan's room with their Chromebooks, and I like to say cuddle your Chrome. If you are cuddling it, then you're not going to drop it because you're supposed to be responsible. This little picture has a little screen with little dots, so find that one. And it says leave all settings and icons the way you found them. Now, this is not your computer that is at home. You should not be changing things, you should not be moving things or rearranging things. Leave them alone. Remember, we know where you sit, and we will know who's been messing things on the computer that shouldn't be messing with things, okay? The next one has a thumbs up, kind of looks like Facebook icon. It says only access approved websites and apps. Remember again, we can look at the history on your computer and see if you've been doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and of course nobody is going to do that. But we are only visiting what you have permission to visit, and we should have a lesson, okay? If you abuse this, meaning you don't make good choices, remember, you don't have to be on the computer. You can be doing some writing activities instead. Okay, this screen has a little folder, and this is something that we will probably explain to you a little bit more later, but it says save work to your own folder, okay? Remember, don't worry about when we're in technology. We are learning this stuff too, and we will be glad to show you and explain to you this later, but that's a cute little folder. And right here, find the one that kind of looks like a door with an arrow on it. See if you can find it. Remember, if you're having a hard time finding these, we will slow down, so don't worry. It says log out at the end of your session. This is very important. You do not want to leave your computer running with your information on it, because we talked about keep your password to yourself. So you always want to make sure you log out. We're going to have another video of the things that you're supposed to do when you leave. Now back to taking care of your computer. When you log out, you want to check your area. That is the next one. So we see a little trash can here. You know, Mrs. Milligan, I'm sure all these other teachers like to keep things nice and neat. It says leave your computer station neat and tidy. We want to take care of our school. Now, while I'm here at this computer thing, we talked about not picking boogers. Yes, ooh, gross, disgusting. Okay, but you want to be careful. There's a little mouse that is sitting in this on your little desk area, and it has a cord. If you just shut that quickly, then you might cut the cord. It might get stuck. You might ruin the mouse. So instead, you want to pick up your mouse and set it to the left side of your keyboard, behind it, closest to the screen. And make sure that all the cords are tucked in. Maybe they're just sitting on top of your keyboard before you push down. Very carefully, we talked about not slamming, because we're watching to see how you take care of your computer. Once again, this computer is a privilege, and you do not have to use a computer. And the last one that we've had after you've checked your area is find the little chair. What do you think that means? Push in chair before you line up. Now, there are not tennis balls on the bottom of your chairs like there are in Mrs. Milligan's room for the art room, but in here we don't have that. So you want to make sure that you're not scratching the floor, you're not hitting the desk. We know how to push in the chair very carefully. Now there's a couple pictures on there. If you're looking, you're saying, well, Mrs. Milligan, we didn't go over all of them. Let me see if I can get this in here so you can see it. And there's a couple, so, we're going to get to the signing. That's coming soon. We did not go over plug-in device when finished. And the reason why we didn't do that is because the computers that you have here, they're already plugged in. You don't have to worry about that. We do not ever unplug a computer in here. So I want to make sure that you understand that. This is talking about your Chromebooks. Now, when you take your Chromebooks back, remember we cut all those Chromes if you do have to bring them to this room, then you will put them on the cart and your teacher will help you with that. The other thing that we have that has a line going through it, it says ask before printing. We didn't even put that up on this board over here because we will not be printing in this room. Okay, so I'm going to step back a little bit here, and you're going to see if you forget these things by chance, they are on the board. Oop, got stuck on the chair there. They are on the board behind our desk. And the things that you need to remember, let me zoom in on this one. This is great. Right here. It says keep calm and press undo. But the thing that I want you to remember is right here. Keep calm. We are all new to this. We all are excited about having technology. We want to learn a lot of things, but we have to keep calm, okay? And the next thing that we see, it says never let a computer know you're in a hurry. Remember that. Don't keep clicking, okay? But take your time. think through things first, and we're going to have an awesome year in technology.